About this time 10 years ago, I was walking through one of the hardest times of my life. My husband had told me that he didn't want to be married anymore. I went through some counseling by myself because he wouldn't go. When he finally told me it was because of not being able to have children, I immediately called my doctor to see if there was something we could do. Later, I found out that he was having an affair and that he intended to pursue a relationship with her. So I wondered, why was I not good enough for him to stay with me and to fight for our marriage? And all of that just kept bringing back this constant struggle of my life of not feeling like I'm good enough for anybody to stick around. My biological father was not a good guy. He was not around. My only solid memory I have of him was from when I was maybe 3 or 4 years old, and it was of him abusing my mother. When I was 4, my mom got remarried to a guy who was a good guy, and he wanted to provide everything in the world for us. He bought a car, he bought a house for us to live in, and he was pretty stable. But when I was 6, he was packing up the car to leave, and he told me that everything was okay, that he was going on vacation, and that he would see me in a few days. And I said, okay. And I was 6. I didn't have any reason to not believe him. And he finished packing up the car, and he drove away and never came back. So I wondered, as a 6-year-old, why was I not enough for you to stick around? And if you said you loved me, why didn't you love me enough to fight for us? After my stepdad left, my mom started dating another guy. When I was 7, he started sneaking into my room at night, and he molested me several times a week. When I was 14, my mom left him, not because of what happened to me, but because of what was happening to her. And I still wondered why was I not good enough for you to at least treat as a human being? Why did you choose to do that to a child and take so much from a child that wasn't yours to have? I grew up thinking that I wasn't good enough because all of these people walked away. That struggle of not feeling good enough led to a lot of things. It led to severe anxiety of, is that how everybody else feels? Am I not good enough for anybody else either? It also led to depression because everything I was doing was not fixing anything, trying so hard to focus on making sure that I was doing what the Lord wanted me to do in pursuing my marriage and fighting for it. And nothing I did was good enough. And all of that led to 3 unsuccessful suicide attempts. My husband now, he was a friend that reached out right at the right time that kept me from making the biggest mistake of my life. I'd been trying to fill holes with people and relationships to validate myself to myself. They weren't holes that people were supposed to fill. God can fill those holes. And even though I didn't have an earthly father that wanted to take care of me, that did what a father is supposed to do, that I had a heavenly father the whole time who was watching and putting people in my life that would love me and would cherish me the right ways. I've got a Father in heaven who loves me and who will stay. And that should be the only thing that matters. And even if I'm feeling like I'm not good enough, I may not be good enough to humans, but I'm good enough for Jesus to die on the cross for me so that I could have a relationship with him forever.